get dollars to process, market, and distribute vegetables. And it's interesting because for years, I wrote grants on trying to get this project started. And I mentioned earlier that, you know, we work off of a barefoot budget. But we are beginning to get some funding. The 2 years of work that we've been talking about organizing these co-ops, and now that the co-ops have gotten organized, now the banks are saying, yes, we can fund this type of an initiative. And basically we have a co-op of small business owners. We don't offer jobs, we offer business opportunities, because we feel that if you're business partners, it's a whole lot different of a relationship than an employee-employer. If you're the employee, you feel like you're superior to all of your employees, and all the employees feel inferior to the employer. If you're co-op partners, everybody knows just by the nature of co-op that you come to this table equal partners, equal vote, equal everything. You share, there's transparency, equity, and trust. And so that's why we use the cooperative model, so that everybody that comes in, we put these businesses together, and they are set up so they support each other. So you know that I'm not successful unless all these other 9 business partners are successful, but that we all know that. So now we're working for each other, so there's nobody trying to cut each other's throat. We don't try to make extra money by cutting the cost we pay our farmers for the vegetables. You know, we make sure that the farmers get their share, we get our fair share, and we sell it to the community at a fair price, so that they can get a good product, and they know that the system they're involved in, everybody's being paid and taken care of fairly across the board. And so through our system, we can adjust our prices as necessary to support the community. And you know, even looking at the corner store program that the city of Minneapolis is trying to develop here in North Minneapolis, their thing was, if you're going to put vegetables in the corner store, it has to be affordable. I was like, well, what does affordability mean in North Minneapolis? Because at the corner store down right across from the Kentucky Fried Chicken on Broadway, I know that they go and buy their fresh vegetables from Cub Foods down the street. They take them 10 blocks and they raise the price 30%. So if you're shopping at that store and you buy a tomato, you know you're paying 30% more than what that tomato would cost you if you went down to Cub Foods. Now, part of our network is Cub Food people. We know that Cub Food marks up everything 30% when they get it in the door. Okay? So that means if you're buying tomatoes from that corner store, you're paying 60% over what Cub paid the distributor. And if Cub distributor paid, marked it up 30% from what they paid the farmer, then you're paying 90% over cost of what the farmer got for a tomato right down the street. And there's a tomato right over here that you can get. And we're not saying that system needs to be scrapped. We're just saying that can everybody make a living off of a 15% profit margin rather than a 30% profit margin, and now your vegetables are only 45% over the cost of what the farmer got, and now everybody's getting a fair price within that system as to how it's done. And so what does affordable mean? And that's always a good question, because one of the things, you know, when we market